Good evening. This is the Guyana Learning Channel's news in capsule for Monday, July 26, 2021. These are the top stories we will be covering. Second dose of Sputnik V arrives in Guyana. Mabaruma Smart Hospital eyeing August completion. And construction of Amalia Hydro Project for 2022 startup. In the world of sports, only vaccinated fans allowed for T20I matches in Guyana. Regionally, Trinidad and Tobago launches Investor Protection App. And internationally, Bitcoin expected to climb. With the details, I am Danielle Singh. The Ministry of Health will continue the administration of the second dose of the Russian Sputnik V vaccine from tomorrow. This was announced by Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony during Monday's COVID-19 update. Minister Anthony said the administration of the vaccine will continue for those who received their first doses in April and will be extended to those persons who received theirs in May. The minister is urging persons to visit any one of the vaccination sites to receive their second jab. He noted that, in addition to the Russian vaccine, the ministry is also administering the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine and the Chinese Sinopharm. The period to receive the second dose of the Russian vaccine is between 4 to 12 weeks. As such, persons who received their first dose in April and May are encouraged to visit the vaccination sites to receive their second doses. Guyana had experienced a delay in receiving the shipment of the second component after there was a global shortage due to the spike in the Delta variant. The Sputnik V vaccine has proven most effective against this variant. To date, 246,716 individuals have received the first dose of a COVID vaccine, while 130,429 persons are fully vaccinated. This was extracted and modified from the Department of Public Information. The smart upgrades on the Mabaruma Hospital in Region 1, Birima-Waini are progressing nicely, with work slated to be completed by the end of August 2021. According to Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, the smart hospital concept refers to a facility that is both safe and green in its operations. The upgrades are being done as part of an $835 million project funded by the United Kingdom Department of International Development, DFID, and encompasses 4 additional hospitals. Minister of Health Dr. Anthony explained that the project at Mabaruma, estimated to cost approximately US $800,000, will see the refurbished hospital boasting a spanking new accident and emergency department, a renovated recovery room, a state-of-the-art intensive care unit, a refurbished kitchen, a sterilization room, and 2 surgical theaters. Added to that, Minister Anthony said the efforts were being made to ensure that the region not only has an adequate supply of medication and proper facilities, but also enough qualified medical practitioners. He added that when the construction works are completed, the Ministry of Health will deploy a surgeon to the region. Minister Anthony had previously explained that the project to convert the 5 local hospitals is expected to wrap up by the end of the year. This means that within the next few months, Guyana will boast of hospitals that are climate resilient and energy efficient. Already, the Diamond Diagnostic Center has been completed and recommissioned. Moreover, Dr. Anthony said that the conversion of these local hospitals are directly linked to the government's fight against climate change, having recognized the detrimental impact that poor environmental practices have had and continue to have on human health. This was extracted and modified from the Guyana Chronicle. The government of Guyana is looking to revive the 165 megawatt Amalia Falls hydropower project, with the intent to start construction in 2022 and completion in 2025. The Office of the Prime Minister is looking for a partner to develop the project. It has published a request for proposals which outline 2 options for the project's development. With the first option, build, own, operate, transfer, or BOOT, all of the costs of the project up to the commissioning date would be borne by the developer, who would operate the project for a 20-year BOOT period. At the end of the BOOT period, the project would revert to the government at no cost. With the second option, Design Build Finance, DBF, the developer would finance the development of the project up to commissioning date. The government would then take over the project and fulfill the financing repayment obligations only upon and at satisfactory completion of construction and commissioning. The development of the AFHP is needed to fulfill the current development and expansion plan of the Guyana Power and Light, which projects that total capacity required will be 465 megawatts and energy of 2,900 gigawatts per hour in 2025. The proposed completion date for the 165 megawatt AFHP would see it being completed 1 year after the 300 megawatt gas to shore project, which will supply at least 250 megawatts. This is extracted and modified from the Department of Public Information. And in other news, a total of 1,000 house lots were today distributed in Region 4 by the Central Housing and Planning Authority through the Dream Realize Housing Initiative. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell and Minister within the Ministry Susan Rodriguez commenced the distribution at the National Stadium Providence. Individuals who fall under the low-income bracket benefited. Lots were allocated for Block 18 Plantation Grove, East Bank Demerara. Recipients of the house lots, most of whom have been waiting for years, are grateful to the Dr. Mohammed Irfan Ali-led government for expediting the process. This is extracted from the Department of Public Information. And now in the world of sports. The government of Guyana will be allowing 40% capacity for fully vaccinated fans to attend the West Indies versus Pakistan T20Is on July 31, August 1, and 3 at the National Stadium Providence. Minister of Culture, Youth and Sport Charles Ramson Jr. on Sunday confirmed the decision to allow Guyanese a chance to witness international cricket live for the first time since West Indies played India in a T20I at the venue in August 2019. The National Stadium has the capacity of approximately 15,000. Fully vaccinated fans are those who have received their second dose of COVID-19 vaccine 2 weeks before the date of the matches. According to the stipulation, spectators would be required to wear face masks at all times and must present their national identification card and vaccination documentation for admission to the venue. Officials of the Ministry of Health and the National COVID-19 Task Force would be present to verify vaccination documentation. This was extracted and modified from the newsroom. And now for regional news. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission TTSEC will launch a new mobile application to the public on Wednesday, August 4, 2021. Aimed at improving the ease with which investors can submit complaints to the TTSEC and members of the public can submit a tip or report a scam. The TTSEC Investor Protection mobile application was developed in response to the changing consumer dynamics and the growing demand for organizations to adopt measures and systems to facilitate the delivery of contactless service. The app will allow members of the public to submit real-time information or tips to the TTSEC in the form of documents, images, video, and audio files direct from their smartphone devices. The app will also facilitate the expeditious dissemination of investor alerts and useful information to the public. This was extracted and modified from Trinidad Express. And now for international news. Bitcoin has jumped past 30,000 as Elon Musk said that Tesla is most likely to start accepting it as payment again. The electric car maker said in May that it would no longer accept the cryptocurrency for purchases. It had cited concerns over the environmental impact of Bitcoin mining, which uses huge amounts of electricity. It came less than 2 months after the company began accepting the world's biggest digital currency as payment. This was extracted from BBC. With that, we've come to the end of our broadcast for today. Join us again tomorrow for more news and updates. On behalf of the technical team, thanks for watching and remember to keep your loved ones safe. Vaccinate yourself against COVID-19.